So in this day and age, if you don't have a visual presence, you don't have a business.
Mm-hmm.
Like back in the day, you can get by with having like a little listing in like the yellow pages or the white pages.
What's the yellow
I know,
pages?
right? Like
It's so long.
it's so long ago,
Yeah.
but like you have to have something that people can see.
Yeah.
You know, and everyone's online. So you have to have an online presence. And there's a few things that go along with that. So if you have an online presence, before you even have that, you need to have some sort of visual representation of your brand.
Yeah.
So we're talking like a logo, right?
Yeah.
You need to be able to design a logo that looks nice, professional, and that will be a good representation of your brand.
And now you don't even need a digital marketer to make a logo. I mean, AI works awesome with logos, whether that's Gemini or ChatGPT.
And they're getting better.
And every day they're getting better. And, you know, there's a few things you can do to make sure you have a good logo. You can research competitors. You can come up with your own idea if you have a really unique name. But there's so many tools now that are free that you can do, whether it's Canva and you want to design it yourself and spend a little more time, or if it's AI. I think AI does a phenomenal job, to be honest. And
Yeah.
so you can have zero experience and type in, this is my business. This is the color scheme I kind of want. Create a logo for me. And you could have a logo that next minute,
Right.
Because it's so quick to say next day, but no, it's within a minute you can have a new logo, and from there you can start to build your branding and your online presence from.
I will say that one thing that everyone should be doing, if they are going to be using services like AI, they need to do a reverse Google search to where they take a picture of it, screenshot, upload it to your Google search, and look to see if there's something out there that's identical to it or really, really close to it.
Yeah.
And then also, it wouldn't hurt to go on the trademark website and look for trademarks that are
uber similar,
very similar to
close,
your name or your brand or your logo.
Yeah.
And so just to kind of do your own due diligence before you start putting that logo out everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's just on a website, it's easy to change. But if you start putting it on like printed materials, products, things like that,
business cards,
you want to make sure you're doing your due diligence and making sure that your logo's not making sure that it's unique.
Yeah. And as you start to build out the vision of your business and the branding of your business, next thing you'll want to do is create business cards, right? So you can hand out to people. And on these business cards, I think there's like 3 things that are really important to have on there, maybe 4. Is your logo, have your logo on there, have the name of your business, have a very generic, like, these are the services I provide, so when you give it to somebody, they actually know what you're selling. And then I love to have a QR code that goes to your website. So your website link, but a QR code helps a lot because they can turn out their phone, they take a picture of it, or they just, it goes straight to your website. So they don't even type anything in.
Or it even can add all your contact info.
Right. Yeah. QR
like
code
if you're
can do that too.
Service-based business or something, it's like scan the QR code to add me to your contacts.
Yeah.
Like, and it just does it all. Like it's pretty.
The QR codes have opened up the how awesome business cards can be, like how useful they can be,
right?
Because you can add so much more to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are very simple things, I think.
And your contact info, obviously.
Yeah, and then that can be obviously with the QR code, like you stated.
Yeah.
So once you have your business card set up, once you have your logo on there, it's time to set up a basic website. A lot of this list that we're going to go over is, okay, you're a brand new business. You don't have any of this yet.
Right.
So what are the basic things you need for branding and online presence? Well, you need a logo, you need business cards. Now you need a website, right? And it could be really intricate if you're selling online. You go into Shopify, setting up an online store so people can buy stuff and you're shipping them out, whether it's digital or whether it's a physical product.
Yeah.
Or it could be just a service industry. If you're a tradesman, you can just have a one contact page. And that one contact page can have what services you provide, times of service. It could have certain rates on there. And it can also have a form they can fill out. And those forms can get sent straight to your email. So when somebody's like, hey, I need roofing, like I'm looking at getting a roofing and you want a quote, they can send you information and you can call them back. Right?
Yeah.
So
I think so. Building a website can take forever.
Yeah.
And what I don't want to see entrepreneurs do is let it consume all their time to
Mm.
where they never actually launch their business
Yep.
because they're just working on their website. I say throw up just a very basic landing page
Yeah.
to where you talk about who you are, why you're doing what you're doing, your services, and the way to contact you
Yeah.
and follow you, right? So like social media, people are going to be checking your social media channels to
Yep.
make sure that you're a legit business and things like that.
Yeah.
And so just throw up something very basic because you can always improve on it later, and you should improve on it later.
Yeah.
But for now, when you're launching a business, get that minimum viable product, that MVP up, and just start moving forward because you can become paralyzed by all the things that you want to have just perfect, and it's just so counterproductive.
And after you have your website set up a Google business profile.
It's free.
It's free, but it's also important. Now, everyone knows what this is, even if you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
When you search in, we'll stay with the roofers, top roofers in my area, right? You'll have a list of people, and it'll be Google, and it'll have their name, it'll have ratings for reviews, it'll have links to their website, their the phone number, it'll have things like hours of operations. Those are all Google business profiles. Now, setting one up, like you said, is free. Now that you have a website up and you obviously have a phone number, you have contact information, you can put up your hours of operation. You put that in there, and now it'll start popping up on Google Maps and on Google. It makes it so that in your area, you're a lot more searchable. So you're not just hidden away that nobody can find you.
Right.
It'll start pushing you out to more specific people.
What a lot of people don't know too is that you can actually do posts on your Google business profile where you can do photos and videos.
Yeah.
And like it's almost like a mini website in and of itself.
Yeah.
And it just goes to it helps in Google's algorithm when people are searching for your products or services. It will help pull up your business if you are filling out everything there is to fill out on that Google business profile, and if you're keeping information active and recent.
Yeah, and as you take new pictures, if you're a roofer and you finished a nice roof or maybe a more intricate roof, you could take a picture of it and post it up on your Google business profile so people can start to see your work.
Yeah.
So like, oh yeah, they're an actual person. A lot of people will set up a Google business profile with no photos, and you always feel a little bit less confident.
Right.
I guess.
Especially depending on what the business is.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a free, easy thing that every single business should have.
Absolutely.
The next would be creating a Facebook business page. Now, Facebook is huge. Obviously, mostly everyone has a Facebook, whether you want one or not, right? And it's not just cat videos and stuff. Obviously, there's a lot of it is really good for your business because through your Facebook business page, you can create ads on there if you want to, but it also becomes a portfolio, which I like. So whether it's that's how a lot of businesses should be running theirs is, okay, if I'm a service industry or whatever you're doing, you're creating branding on there because you want to make your business, like if you're selling an online product, cool. You have to have some sort of cool factor that brings people in. So that's where you can post that. You can also post sales that you're having. You can post the links on there. Facebook's different than Instagram and even YouTube and TikTok because in your description, you can have a clickable link that goes to another website, which is different. Like in Instagram, you can't do that on the captions, right? You have to have it in your bio and they have to click through and then go through, and it just makes it harder. This makes it really easy because if you're having a sale on a specific product, you can have that on there. They can click, go straight to that product page, purchase, right?
Right.
So Facebook business page is a really essential thing to have. The next would be an Instagram business account or Instagram page, right? Now you set that up with a email for your business through your email in your business. You create it, and then you can link those two together. So as you post to Facebook, you can have it automatically post to Instagram. So you're not doing twice the work. If you're posting to Facebook, you're still posting to Instagram, and it makes it easy and smooth. But now you're on two different platforms. People search a ton on Facebook and Instagram for businesses. Like if you see a business or you see shoes or something, a lot of people just search on there. They don't necessarily go to Google. Like Google's losing, even though it's still a majority of searches, it's losing year after year searches because there's so many more ways to do it, whether that's AI, using ChatGPT, Gemini, or the social media accounts, right?
I'm finding I'm buying more things on social media platforms than I have in the past.
Oh yeah,
You know,
for sure.
because it just makes it so easy. It's in platform. You just click through, and before you know it, it's like shipped.
Yeah. And once you have these two set up, you can set up a Facebook store and you can sell your products on there if you're an online store. But even if you're a service industry, use these as a portfolio. Every time you complete a job, take a picture, post it.
Right.
Take a video of yourself saying, hey, just completed this job at this place, in this area. You can tag locations. And when you tag locations, they'll start to feed it to people in that area. It's just different ways to get your name out there.
For the people who are nervous about putting their face out there, like, we get it. Like, it is important. However, there have been a lot of successful accounts that never show their face.
Yeah, right. That's true.
And so you don't have to. I think the most important thing is you just do it in some way, shape, or form.
Yep. Yeah, be active, because the more active, a lot of accounts you'll find, like if you're looking for a specific service, you look and then they haven't posted in like a year and a half on their stuff. And you're like, oh, I don't even know if this business is still a thing.
Right.
Like maybe they just left their Google business profile up.
Am I going to give them money? Like say you had a Facebook store, like do I really trust them?
Right.
Like to give them money? Is it even going to go anywhere?
Yeah, if they're not active. Now, if they're posting all the time, you're like, yeah, this is legit. They're obviously doing the thing. So make sure you're being active on those two. And when they're connected, it makes life really easy. Yeah.
And speaking of searching on social media, let's talk about the second biggest search engine there is out there, and that's YouTube.
YouTube, yeah. And this is going to be hard. These last two are going to be a little bit hard for some people because they feel like, oh, I don't want to do videos all the time. YouTube is all videos. Now you can technically post photos through a community post on your thing. So you can do that.
Oh,
it's not as active, but there's a lot of people. It's almost like a Facebook style post. A lot of successful video accounts or YouTube accounts, they still do that regularly as well. Whether it's every day or every other day, they post some sort of photo, whether it's like, hey, I have a video coming out tomorrow, check it out. And it's just like a screen grab from the video, something like that. But it's mostly a video platform. That's why it's good to have some sort of videos. We all have phones. We all have phones that have cameras, high quality cameras.
Yeah.
So when you're doing something, it's pretty easy to just take a quick video and post it. And those are important. Now, that being said, these next two, which would be setting up YouTube and opening up a TikTok, they both are, some businesses may not need them. I think it's important to be in as many places as you can.
Yeah.
But I understand that if you're like a plumber, that you're like, what am I going to video? Right. And like, unless you're really like, I'm going to show people what I do, which is cool. And I think it will help a lot, actually.
It would totally help.
But if you're like, I'm already busy enough, I don't have time for this, I don't want to spend the time to learn how to do this, I do also understand. But I think if you're trying to get the most out of your business and online presence, these are important to do.
If you had a competitor that is doing it, they will win the business.
Right.
Like that's almost a guarantee.
So this is,
unless they have a crazy amount of good reviews, like unless you do and you're not doing those videos.
Yeah.
Like that is like probably the only instance I could think of to where you could win out on your competitors who are doing videos that don't have a ton of reviews.
Yeah.
But eventually they're going to surpass you in reviews because they're going to be getting more business anyway.
And, and when it comes to these, like you may think YouTube and TikTok, because the next one will be TikTok, which I'll talk about for a second. And then we'll kind of talk about how even service industries, I think this will help. When it comes to TikTok, it's not just dancing videos anymore.
Right.
It started that way. It started just music and dancing and just doing that. It's not. There's a lot of really cool information on TikTok, whether it's business related, whether it's like sports related, whatever it is, people are doing videos on there. And you should treat it like Instagram. It's pretty much the exact same thing. Instagram actually took Reels from TikTok. That was a TikTok thing. So if you're doing that on Instagram, you can do it on TikTok too. Now, if you're a service industry, we have a very, like one of my clients is an insulation company, and you think like, okay, it's just service industry. We do videos for them. And when we post videos, they've gotten a ton of traction. Like just on YouTube alone, we've posted 7 videos and we have like 35,000 views. And he knows that he's already gotten like 3 or 4 jobs from those views.
And those are big
in
jobs
our area.
too. Yeah.
And that's in our area, which is crazy. So it's like, all right, well, those pay out a lot. So just doing those videos, that you wouldn't think like it's insulation. Like who cares, right? Like a lot of people, it's like it's in
you
your
think
walls.
it's so
in your-
boring.
yeah, it's in your walls. You never see it. Whatever. People find that stuff interesting. So make your videos interesting. Answer questions that you get all the time. That's a great way to do it. Is like,
Yeah.
hey, I get this question all the time. Here's the answer to the question, and reach out to me if you need a job or you have any other questions. I can answer them.
Right.
That just gets people interacting with you.
Well, and talking about like videos, like where else can you use those videos that you do? You can not only use them on social media,
Yeah.
you can use them in ads,
Yeah.
use them on your website, your Google business profile. Like
Mhm.
there's a lot of different things you can do with those videos that you're creating for social
Yeah.
that can benefit your business.
Yeah. So when you start doing branding and online presence, these are the things you should tackle, right? Design a logo, create business cards, set up a basic website, set up your Google business profile, which is completely free. Set up your Facebook business page, your Instagram account, YouTube, and TikTok.
Yeah.
Now, if you have those and you start to actually post on them and you go through the process of being active on all of those, you will see a benefit. And it may not be immediate, but long term, you're going to outmaneuver your opponents or your competitors that aren't doing these things.
Right.
So we know this is a lot. And each step, they're like, well, how do I create a Facebook business page? Like, what are the steps? Yeah, there's quite a few steps.
Surprisingly.
Yeah. And so what we created was an app called app.launchingpros.com, right? So if you go to our app, we have a checklist. Now, this checklist, you can work through each and every step. And within each step, you have pro tips. It walks you through like things you should do, things you shouldn't do, and it will get you through the process so you complete every single one of these. On top of that, it's a checklist. So as you check it, it records your progress. So next time you come into the app, you can just go, okay, I created a logo. Now I need to do business cards. As you click on the step-by-step guide, it'll walk you through the best practices to create those business cards. And when you're done, you hit the check mark, you go to the next thing. This is completely free. So this list to get your online presence started is free. All you have to do is sign up. You get that plus our foundational one, which is even a step back, which is setting up a business account, all that stuff. That will also be free. So go on there, check it out, sign up. There's a bunch of benefits to the app. And I think it can help a lot of small businesses. If you like this episode, make sure you like and subscribe below, leave a comment, and share this episode with a friend that's also trying to grow their business.
We want to help as many entrepreneurs learn how to launch and grow their business. So we've created a Launching Pros app at app.launchingpros.com where we have detailed checklists on not only how to start your business, but on how to grow it. There's free tiers, a lot of great information. Go on app.launchingpros.com to check it out.